Hello everyone, today I'm going to be ranking all 11 Spider-Man slash Venom movies. So further ado, let's get into it. And number 11 is Venom. Now Venom is a movie that I think is okay. It's not one of the better movies I've seen. I gave it a 2.5 out of 5 stars with a, what percent did I give it? Let me just scroll down. 56%. So Venom, I think Tom Hardy in this role as Venom, I think he does fantastic. I like Tom Hardy as Venom. He's way better than Topher Grace in Spider-Man 3, in my opinion. But Venom, it's a good movie that I really do. Well, it's an okay movie. I mean, none of these movies are bad, but it's okay. It's, would I rewatch it? If I'm in the mood to. But yeah. Number 10 is The Amazing Spider-Man 2. The Amazing Spider-Man 2, surprisingly not in last place. I'm actually positive on this movie. I used to hate this movie, now I'm actually positive. I give it a 3 out of 5 stars with a 60%. So it's a good, I don't know. I think the reason why I liked it more is because I'm starting to like Andrew Garfield more in this role as Spider-Man. Well, he's been fantastic, and Electro as a villain is probably like the only letdown. He's still a good villain though. Some of the story is still a bit wonky, but I can live through that. But The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is just a really surprising film, but I can still watch it. I enjoy it. That's what I can say. Yeah, it's a decent film that I can watch, and I think Andrew Garfield does a good job in this movie as Spider-Man. Number 9 is Venom Let There Be Carnage. Now, Venom Let There Be Carnage is a movie that I enjoy. It's fun. It's a fun movie. I give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars with a 74%. I do enjoy Venom Let There Be Carnage. It is a fun movie. I know Venom's at near the bottom of the list, I'm sorry. But I still do enjoy these films. Well, Venom is okay. But anyway, Venom Let There Be Carnage, it's a very short movie, to be honest. It's around like an hour and 30 minutes. It's a very, very short movie, and I'm really surprised by that, because superhero movies are like normally 2 hours to like 2.5 hours, which was really surprising. But Venom Let There Be Carnage, do I think the runtime was perfect? Absolutely not. I think it should have been longer, because some of the story was a bit, a bit too fast, and couldn't really understand what they were trying to do in the movie. So I would like it to be a bit longer, but it's still a fun movie. Number 8 is Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3, I still enjoy this film. I give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars with a 75%. I know people are probably surprised by this. Yeah, I enjoy Spider-Man 3. It's an enjoyable movie that I can watch, and I do have fun with it. It does have its problems. Topher Grace's Venom, which is probably the biggest disappointing thing about this movie. But I can still watch Spider-Man 3. It's still a fun movie, and I really do enjoy. It's a fun movie, but the only thing I really don't like is Topher Grace's Venom. That's literally it. But the movie overall, I think it's enjoyable. I do enjoy it. It is a fun movie that, yeah, I like Tobey Maguire in this role. I think he does absolutely phenomenal in this movie. My number 7 is The Amazing Spider-Man. Now, The Amazing Spider-Man, I really do enjoy this film. I give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars with a 77%. I do enjoy this movie. Yeah, I don't hate this movie. Andrew Garfield in this role as Spider-Man, I think he does fantastic. And then we got Gwen Stacy, played by Emma Stone. I think she does fantastic. This movie overall, I do enjoy it. It's a fun movie that I can watch, and I do enjoy it. It's fun. What I like in this film, probably Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man. The villain of the Lizard is a bit, it's a bit wonky, this villain. I was not really a big fan of this villain, unfortunately, but it is still an enjoyable villain that I could still watch. And No Way Home, I think he does an alright job. He's not really in the movie that much. He's like one of those side villains, so he doesn't really have much screen time in this movie, but overall, I think he's fine. My number 6 is Spider-Man Homecoming. Spider-Man Homecoming is a fun movie. This is a big step up. I give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars with a 94%. So it's a bigger step up than The Amazing Spider-Man 2. The Amazing Spider-Man. But Spider-Man Homecoming, I really love Tom Holland in this role as Spider-Man. I think he does a fantastic job. And especially in this movie, it's a really good film. To be honest, it's a fun movie. The villain of the Vulture, probably one of my favourite villains in a Spider-Man movie ever. I think Michael Keaton does a fantastic job in this role. Tom Holland as Spider-Man. He's not my favourite Spider-Man, but he is very close. I do enjoy him in Spider-Man Homecoming. Some of the less characters, like Ned, I think Ned does a fantastic job in this movie, played by Jacob Batalon. I think he does fantastic. Then MJ, which was not really a big character. I think she does fantastic. Then we got Liz. I think that's her name. Liz. I forgot what her name was. I think she does fantastic as well. On to the top 5. This is very hard. Number 5 is Spider-Man Far From Home. Spider-Man Far From Home, I give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars with 94%. So Homecoming and Far From Home, they got the same score. It's divisive between these films. Well, not divisive, but like it's very close with these films. I love them both equally, so I don't really have a favourite. This film is really good. It's a fun movie. What was I going to say? Jake Gyllenhaal as a role as Mysterio. I think he does a fantastic job in this movie. But this movie overall, I really do enjoy. It's a fun movie that I just love, and I do enjoy what I see on screen in Spider-Man Far From Home. I think Tom Holland again does fantastic in this role. Some of the side characters do fantastic, but yeah, I really do enjoy this film. Number 4 is the OG Spider-Man. I give it a 5 out of 5 stars with a 98%. This film is fantastic. I love Spider-Man. It is one of the best well, it's not the best Spider-Man, but it is one of the best. I think Tobey Maguire in this role as Spider-Man, I think he does fantastic. I really do enjoy him in this role as Spider-Man. But he does absolutely fantastic. This movie overall, it's fun, it's enjoyable. I do enjoy this film. Yeah, I like it. It's fun. Tobey Maguire does a fantastic job in this movie. God, I haven't even talked about the villain of Green Goblin, played by Willem Dafoe. I think he does an outstanding job as this role as Green Goblin, Willem Dafoe, and No Way Home as well. He's probably the best character in this movie. In that movie. My number 3 is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. This film is fantastic. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. 5 out of 5 stars with a 100%. This film is a phenomenal film. I love this film so much. Because when I first heard about Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and heard that the lead character was Miles Morales, to be honest, didn't even know who that person was. I was like, who is Miles Morales? Like, I knew who Spider-Man was, but I didn't know who Miles Morales was. I was like, who is this person? So I watched the movie, and I got to learn more about about Miles Morales. I think he is a fantastic Spider-Man. He is one of the best Spider-Mans, especially in this movie. He's fantastic. I forgot who played him. Shamik Moore, I think that was his name. He does fantastic. Then the animation in this movie is absolutely outstanding, phenomenal animation. My number 2 is Spider-Man 2. This was so close. With my number 1, but Spider-Man 2, I gave it 5 out of 5 stars with 100%. This movie is fantastic, of course. I really do enjoy this film. It's fun, enjoyable. I love it. That's what I love in this film. It's great. If you have not seen Spider-Man 2, what are you doing? Check this movie out. Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man, fantastic. Dr. Octopus, Alfred Molina, he does a fantastic job. This movie is fantastic. It's a phenomenal film. One of my all-time favourite movies of all time. I already said that, but anyway, it's a great movie. I love this film so much. If you have not seen it, what are you doing? Check this movie out. It is fantastic. Well, it's outstanding. masterpiece of a movie. But my number one, it's Spider-Man No Way Home. This film is, I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars with a 100%. This film is the best Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man / Venom movie. This movie is outstanding. I love this movie. This is probably Tom Holland's best performance in a movie I've ever seen. The characters are fantastic. The villains, I'm not sure I spoiled it. It's been out for like 2 weeks. The Sinister Five, if you call them that. Love those villains. Ned and MJ, fantastic in this movie. The ending of the film, how everyone forgot who Spider-Man. Everyone forgot who Peter Parker was, but still remembered Spider-Man. I loved that ending. It was a great ending. And then sad death of Aunt May. That, yeah, be honest, that made me cry. It was a sad ending. But Spider-Man No Way Home is an outstanding movie. I love this film so much. But yeah, that's my number one. I love this film. Yeah, hope you enjoyed me ranking all 11 Spider-Man / Venom movies. Stay tuned to my Don't Look Up movie review, Hawkeye episode 6. Is it 6? And full series review, The Last Storm movie review. What else have we done? The Matrix Resurrections movie review, The Office Season 1 review, top 10 best performances in 2021 movies, top 10 Netflix's 2021 shows. Ranked. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel, be a big help. Thanks for watching. Take care. Peace.